Real Madrid have done it again because they stole this player, FRANCO MASTANTUONO. They stole him from right under PSG's nose. Because PSG, they are European champions. They just won the Champions League. The fact that Real Madrid have this much pull, they can pull a player who was destined to earn way more money at PSG. But they took him because the player they're gonna sign, FRANCO MASTANTUONO, which this deal is set to be completed next week. He's a fantastic talent. Actually, not even just a fantastic talent. He's a talent that all the teams want. Literally every single big club wants this fantastic teenage player from Argentina. But also another reason, actually I would say two reasons why Real Madrid also pulled this off is because of the agents. The agents in which Santiago Solari, he works for Real Madrid, former Real Madrid player, former Real Madrid manager. He was doing some talks years ago to bring this player in. So he has been an undercover agent. He has been putting in the work to sign this talent. And then we also have to give credit to Jose Calafat. Jose Calafat is also one of the best agents in the world. It also helps that he's the agent of Real Madrid, in which every player's dream is Real Madrid. So now that we know this deal is gonna go through, it is happening, we're gonna discuss how good this player is. We are going to find out together how good he has become. Because I made a video about him last year, in which, if I'm being honest with you, he was not Madrid quality. He was 16. Let's also remember he was 16 years of age. And for us to judge a player so young is insane. He's not having the trajectory that Lamine Yamal is having, but he's a talent that's gonna be very important for the future of this club. And also important for the future of football, because I think he is a massive talent. So who is he? He's FRANCO MASTANTUONO. He is 17 years of age. He is an attacking midfielder. And he plays for River Plate. And him for River Plate, which is an Argentine team in the Argentina league. And to be honest with you, I don't know if we can trust this league. I don't know if we can truly trust it. I would say that the Brazil league is better than that league. That's just from what I've seen. From the talents we've seen that came from the Brazil league. We've seen Hendrik, Esteval, Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, and there's many others. Whereas the Argentina league, it's actually difficult. You actually can't find truly any players that came from that league and are performing in this very day and age. But when it comes to his play style, he is fantastic. It reminds me a bit of this player, Angel Di Maria, in which his runs are similar, skill moves. The passing, I don't know if he's on the level of Di Maria's passing, but he does remind me of him. He's Argentine. I think that is maybe why I see the similarities. But MASTANTUONO, I think he has his own style. It's not very similar to Di Maria, but they do have some similarities. MASTANTUONO is a very strong attacking midfielder. He doesn't just get muscled off the ball. He's tall. His footwork is insane. He has speed. He can play on the wings. He has multiple talents and he's a left-footed player. And if I'm being honest with you, your central attacking midfield is his position at this stage of his career. But I won't be surprised if we see a change. Maybe in the next year, maybe in the next 5 years, we could see this guy become a striker. You never truly know, but I think he also reminds me of Arda Güler. Now listen, they're the same position, same footed players. So obviously there is going to be similarities, but they do remind me of each other. And is that a good thing? I don't think it's a good thing. It could mean that once MASTANTUONO finally gets his groove in Real Madrid, he could be massive competition for Arda Güler. But overall, I just like the way this player plays. Footwork insane, passing is good. He's good at goal scoring. This guy just has a very good playstyle. I can see this fitting into Real Madrid. Truly, maybe if his defensive work improves, I can see him playing for Real Madrid as soon as he joins. Which, when it comes to when does he join, I don't know when he joins the team. Because he's 17. You can still stretch his deal to where he goes on loan back to River Plate, plays for one more season, comes when he's 18. That works out the best in my opinion. It's worked with Vinny, it's worked with Rodrigo, it's worked with Hendrik. It has not worked, if I'm being honest, and you guys might remember this player But what happened to Rainier Jesus? Like, do you guys remember him? He was one of those talents, and he has a very similar playstyle to MASTANTUONO. Very similar. Both attacking midfielders can play on the wings. It's actually kinda scary how similar they are. But Rainier Jesus, he joined Real Madrid in 2020, I believe. It's either 2019 or it's 2020. So he joined up. He came from Fluminense, and then he got immediately loaned. Didn't make his debut, got loaned to Dortmund for 2 years. For 2 years, and you would think, in a team like Dortmund, they had players who they were developing, in Jude Bellingham and all of these other young talents, you would think Rainier would have fit in perfectly. But actually, his stints on loan at Dortmund were poor. It was poor, and then on top of that, when he returned from Dortmund, still didn't play for Real Madrid, didn't even play in pre-season, got loaned again to Girona. Girona also a poor stint. He then comes back to Real Madrid, gets loaned to an Italian team. He had a decent stint there in my opinion. He played some good football, injuries took him down, and now I don't even know what club he's at. And I hope that doesn't happen with MASTANTUONO. I think this is a great talent with a good future. I just hope he stays away from injuries, because if he develops like this in Europe, if he can play like this in Europe, he will be truly insane. Can even be talked about with the Lamine Yamals, the Desiree Doués. I wouldn't be surprised. But I've also seen some people be upset on social media. There are people who have been upset about this move, and that Real Madrid are just yanking all the talents, stealing all the talents. And I understand that. Even I question, why is Real Madrid signing so much talents? Because once you sign all of these talents, who's gonna be on the bench? How many talents are gonna be wasted? But listen, if it was my choice, if I was this player, I would take the move to PSG. Now listen, it's good to bet on yourself. It's good to look at yourself highly. But the problem is, we are looking at a Real Madrid team with Kylian Mbappe, Vinny Jr., Jude Bellingham, all of these insane talents. And it's just like, how do you even make it into such a team? One thing I think that he needs to truly focus on is his defensive work rate. If he can work on his defensive work rate, he can make it into Real Madrid so quickly. Because if you look at attacking midfielders, they don't have that defensive work rate. Therefore, they get dropped, they get benched. That's why you will always see players like Bellingham start over players like Arda Güler. Because Bellingham can attack, can pass, can defend, all in one. Whereas with Arda Güler, he's only good in attack, honestly. So if MASTANTUONO wants to succeed at Real Madrid, he's gonna also have to work on his defense. Especially under Xabi Alonso's system. We've heard even reports that Xabi Alonso is not gonna use his famous formation that he used in Bayer Leverkusen. He's gonna stay with the 4-3-3, but he's gonna focus on overall defense, making sure that all the attackers, all the midfielders, everyone defends as a unit. And I think that is the future of this club. I don't think attack is the future. I think it's defense. Especially when you look at matches like PSG against Inter Milan. PSG destroyed Inter 5-0 in a final. But listen, I'm excited at the prospect of this player joining the club. What are your thoughts? Please tell me there in the comment section. Are you moved by this talent, or are you not moved? Tell me there in the comment section. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace out.